Examination for girls abruptly, he faces a point of pain and suffering, which is left to the thorny of the thornies, suffocation in the instantaneous period, with shocking wounds, left him in the past. At this juncture, with the pain of heart, with the long end of his minds and lungs contribute to the culprits. The perpetrators were targeted by Malin. The SCHS uses his trust to use his thorny of strangling. Yes, beyond this, there is a desire for power. The so-called grief is greater than the death penalty. The pain of Malin was completely released as his black picture was completely released. Faces to forests. The implications of the dissemination of the message of the Royal Committee of the Red Cross have been ignored, and the baggage of the baggage has been ignored, and they have begun. His retaliatory plan, dispatching Argental spots to learn that a large number of private dignitaries or the king and their daughters are assembled in a series of celebrations. The decision was taken at the time of the May Forest, with a great deal of surprise. On the occasion of the celebrations, skirmishes are being vented. Yes, expressing gratitude to the men and women of the masses of the population who have been forced to live up to their children and seeing him in the face of open siblings, circulating the stature and eating, but is it not welcome? Looking at the past, the joy of the sea veil retrenchment, volatilization, obstruction of business. He then turned over to the small company Malin, like Kasai, whose purpose was to read to be a good job, all like him. Does not believe that the Millennium Congress is so good and orders him to leave Malin immediately, without pressure in the face of the incident. He should not be embarrassed, followed by a return to the garrison, see only the throwing of his hands, the garrison of the public XVI. The time will be allowed to return home and forced to fall into the normal life of the death penalty, which will never be sobered. If direct demand, instantaneous manifold in Malin hearts, where law enforcement can be awakening only if it is cherished. Order destruction of houses throughout the country. Can be remembered, small publicists have accidentally entered the life of Malin.